What is going on, guys? Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video, guys, we're here with Friday Reset, meaning Trials has come upon us once again, which I know for a lot of people is going to instantly turn people off because Trials can suck sometimes, but Trials is going to be here this weekend, and with it brings some brand new rewards you can get your hands on. So if you didn't know, with the March patch we got on Reset, of course, we got 2 new weapons being brought back into the loot pool for, of course, Trials of Osiris. 1 brand new weapon and 1 kind of returning weapon. Summoner was the returning one, it's the auto rifle, but we got a brand new DMT variant, boys, called the Prophet Scout Rifle. So if you don't know what DMT is, first of all, it's Dead Man's Tale, which of course is this like weird ass sort of scout you can hip fire with and everything. They did bring out a legendary version, of course, with the long arm in the dungeon quite a while ago, but now you can obtain a different kinetic, well, not the kinetic, but stasis in the primary slot, and it's going to be the Prophet itself. You can already see it has the exact same sort of model as the long arm, pretty much the same scope and everything too. It looks the exact same. But of course, it's going to have its own sort of unique roles. It is going to be Stasis too, which is going to be in Headstone, which is really cool in it. And these sorts of scout rifles, honestly, they can go ham, especially with the meta changing in terms of it's very checkmate control type thing. Damage weapons like igneous hammers, freaking DMTs, anything that can do high damage really quickly are insane. So you can see, you can get things like Golden Strike Cord, and you can of course get the explosive payload, which is interesting. Get Headstone, as I said. One of the most interesting ones though is going to be Kill Clip, because this is a 120, so with Kill Clip it should start to pretty much 2-tap once you get a Kill Clip kind of going. Reload on this is really fast too, so realistically 1 kill and you can reload super fast because it doesn't do a full mag, it does 2 bullets at a time. So Kill Clip could be insane on this. Of course, Precision Instrument will make this very much like the DMT, because every time I get a headshot I'll be increasing my precision damage, which is gonna be nutty. I will say overall this has some absolute banger rolls. I will say in the middle slot maybe not so much. Rapid hit keep ways pretty much all you're gonna want, maybe Outlaw. But Precision Instrument, Kill Clip, of course the Tricore and everything, this thing has some banger sort of rolls. How you do get this, of course, is by just playing Trials of Osiris. Of course, there will be an adept version of this as well because it is in Trials, but this week's adept is the Incisor. So if you want to get yourself some random rolls of this, the only way to currently get it is just by playing Trials and getting a random drop. Once you get a random drop, you can start to focus it. This is a really dope ass scout rifle. I do really like these sort of variants, and it is Stasis too, so Headstone on this could be really cool. But we're going to go into some PvP and PvE, showcasing what the Prophet is like. So without further ado, let's go into some PvP with the Prophet Scout Rifle. Alrighty, so we are going to be going in, of course, with the little Prophet that could on some Bannerfall. This is what it's going to look like and everything. Going to be very reminiscent of the long arm, more so than DMT, but you'll see when we fire. It's kind of like a DMT light, if you will. This thing's going to fire like an absolute beaut. Of course, got to get our angles, get our headshots, and yo, anyone here, there is a damage, 54 to a body. This is a 120, so regardless of what you hit, you will be doing some decent ass damage. 4-tap to the body, triple tap headshot, or a double headshot, 1 body shot. So it's got legit all the freaking damage kind of going for it. It's even in the new sort of checkmate controls as well too. It has a really good precision modifier because it's a scout, so it will just go absolutely ham in the right builds and everything. Now, guys, can I get a fair fight? Like, legit, what is happening? Their whole team's just in spawn. But yeah, when you start hitting your headshots or your body shots, you can kind of see 87, 90s. Oh, there's the rapid. Oh, there's the dome skis. When you start hitting headshots with this, though, it is really nice. I mean, I tried to no-scope. This is where you're going to struggle a lot with it. I should no-scope with those ranges, and thank God he died. You should kind of no-scope with those ranges, but I will say no-scoping isn't exactly accurate with this weapon. I know it's meant to be like a Tex Machina sort of weapon, but the thing with the no-scoping is without the hipfire grip or something like that on it, it's going to struggle to no-scope a little bit. But as I said, once you start getting your crits in, it can feel super, super juicy. Now, we're kind of running over these, but it isn't going to be exactly your best friend at no-scoping. This is a scout rifle you kind of have to sit back with and just pop people off. And that's why Precision Instrument can be really nice because it's all about really hitting those headshots at range and whatnot. But as I said, even if you want to just kind of go in with this in general, and yo, buddy, express delivery for a freaking melee. Oh, yo, young man, and he's dead. Okay, we got him. But yeah, if you want to kind of go in with this weapon, you're more so going to want to be trying to hit those dome skis like this, because as I said, if you start hitting headshots, Precision Instrument's so freaking nice on this. Of course, people will go for Kill Clip because it will allow you to start 2-tapping. Golden Tricorn should let you 2-tap as well, because it should do about 100. It kind of depends on resilience or whatnot, but as I said, the weapon just feels juicy. Like, look at that. The body into a double headshot just dead. Oh my God, it's so juicy, this weapon. Oh, it feels so nice. As I said, it's just a pure fancy weapon. That is heavy or something. Oh my God. But this is just a pure fantasy weapon in Destiny, okay? I mean, there's like a ton of exotics you can go in with. Yeah, they're pure fantasy as well, but oh, I'm so dead, the grenade. But as far as legendary weapons go, these are just some of the most unique ones you can go in with. I'm somewhat happy as well that they gave this kind of good rolls as well, because if you think about like the long arm, oh my God, look at this guy. There's no scopes. But long arm definitely didn't really take off, and that was mainly because PvP wise, it didn't really exactly have a ton of great rolls. At least now this actually has some good ones. We're gonna pop it like it's hot, and let's see the double taps. Oh my god, I'm missing every shot. But there's the hundreds. You can kind of see, as I said, the damage will be there depending on resilience. Though they might be able to tank some things because it's like 202 or something. Gotta hit. But you can kind of see that with the there's the 100. Oh my god, it shreds. But you can kind of see when you hit your headshots, when you have the power or the buffs going, it can be insane. This is basically what kill clip will be like on this. So you can kind of see, oh, with the precision instrument, 125 a crit for a by 6. Oh, that is nasty. But yeah, of course, because the weather radiance is basically kill clip. That is what you're gonna have. You get a kill clip roll on this. So as I said, the 2-tapping will be real. So it might be worth it for PvP to get yourself the raw kill clip roll of this. But I mean, even in of itself, you can kind of see triple tapping can be so freaking sick on this. I mean, it just hits absolute domes. Oh, it's so freaking nice, this weapon. Oh, we get this muchacho as well. He's gonna get away. There's a guy with a bow up here, and oh, give me the kill. Freaking traded me. But as I said, it's just such a sick ass weapon. It feels so juicy. Oh my god, I just love the feeling. I don't even care if it's not gonna be the meta or anything like that, but it's just the feeling of the weapon. It's just so nice. And I actually will say, the only difference really that this might not become the meta is because if you're going to use this sort of weapon, you might as well just shook on the DMT, because DMT is of course, the exotic catalyst. But if you want to use something in an exotic slot, this is 100% going to be worth kind of looking at in the stasis there or in the primary slot, because as I said, it can just be really, really nice. Of course, up close I might struggle, but oh my god, I mean, look at it go. It just deletes. As I said, it's so freaking nice, this gun. Muchacho here though, trying to no scope his ass, and oh my god, he's trying to tether my ass. What, he freaking relax? And that's like the first time in a while I've gotten tethered and not instantly died when it hit me. I don't know how he didn't kill me there. But as I said, no scope, and it's definitely going to be difficult with this. Like, I could no scope for days with the DMT and do pretty well. But oh my god, thank god. But I feel like every time I no scope with this, it's just a flip of the coin, really. Without the hipfire grip, it kind of feels like a toss up, and that's why people might not go for that text balance stock, or they might do it. It's just personal preference. You got Alacrity and you got the one quiet moment because it's a PvP technically weapon. But I just think that overall, if you're going in for this scout rifle to kind of sit back with, this is a really solid 120 to go in with. As I said, get a kill clip roll. Get one kill and you'll start to absolutely annihilate people. Look at that. The damage is just insane. I just got shanked in the ass, boys. Oh, but this is probably going to be game, set, and match. This was a pretty quick PvP game because they got annihilated. I don't know why there's no mercy roll in supremacy at all. Like, I mean, we've legit been like 100 points up this whole game. But as I said, the weapon itself, it still feels really, really nice. If you want to make it more like DMT, precision instrument, of course, is there. But if you want something that's kind of more bang for your buck, of course, kill clip is going to be there in golden tricorn. It's going to be personal preference. I do like the instrument. I think it's nice, but of course, kill clip will be freaking dope. As soon as you get a kill, you start shredding. But overall, I will say that the profit itself, this is a banger in PvP. I definitely be looking to try to get this in trials because it's a random drop, but my god, can I absolutely shred out. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with their little miniature DMT that could. And this is where, honestly, it could be really, really nice too, as a stasis weapon, especially with surges and everything kind of going. This will be really, really solid in the right freaking builds and everything. As in a stasis build, you can kind of see reloads going to be there with my rapid hit and everything. And what makes this really nice is that, as I said, in a good stasis build with like golden tricorns, so you got kill clips, you got explosive payloads, cascade points as well. There's a ton of ways this could be actually really, really nice. And precision instrument, of course, is going to be a lot better here. Now, I still do think precision instrument needs another buff because even though it's nice and everything, of course, when you can start getting your hits in and everything like that, damage will start to ramp up. But it's realistically, it doesn't last too long for PvP realistically compared to probably other better perks. Like, of course, kill clip is going to just be able to two-tap for you. So if I was going to get rolls for this for PvP anyway, I'd be looking more toward the kill clip sort of rolls. But you can definitely see that it's just such a sweet ass sort of scout rifle. I mean, one thing is as well as the dual reloading, so you can actually kind of dual reload, cancel if you want to. So you can see I'm not even fully magged, but then you can just switch out. It's not even just that, it's also the look of the weapon, the feel of the weapon too. DMT when it first came out was just such a slick ass weapon, and now the Prophet, I know it's legendary version and everything, but it's another weapon that does feel really, really sick. And I do not have anything for disruption, boys. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it, I'm saying. I feel like every time I do this strike, nobody brings anything to freaking stun. Where's his ass at? Oh, he got stunned. Who did it, boys? Wasn't me. But yeah, you can kind of see that in PvE and everything. This is going to be really, really sweet and whatnot. As I said, Outlaw people might rather because rapid hit. You kind of see, I'm getting it to kind of go in, but it doesn't last as long as probably other or Outlaw or whatever in terms of reload and everything like that. But as I said, the damage is definitely going to be super, super nice on this sort of scout rifle. Yo, young man, come here. Thank you. You go away. But it's going to be really, really nice, as I said. There's tons of ways of making a reload kind of go in as well. If you want to, you could obviously go on a hunter. And this is where no-scope might come in a little bit easier. As I said, PvP, no-scoping is an option, okay? I will definitely say you can still try to no-scope with this weapon, but in PvP, it's definitely a lot more inaccurate and everything that you don't really want to kind of be going in with it too often. You want to be just aiming that sights the whole time. But in PvE, of course, I can definitely try to do it. You can kind of see it'll be a lot easier PvE and everything. The freaking the text back in that precision stock and everything, or balance stock, is really nice for no-scoping too. So I do think that overall, it's just a really sick-ass weapon. As I said, it is kind of a pain that you have to go into trials to do it, but this is definitely kind of the best way of realistically getting one of these sorts of weapons. I mean, you can do the dungeon, which, of course, there's no guarantee you get. It's RNG. At least this one, you could solo crew trials, and even if you keep losing or you win every now and again, you might have a chance of getting a drop off it. So that's why it's a lot easier than trying to farm out, of course, the dungeon for this weapon. But as I said, it's just got to be so freaking nice to kind of go in with this sort of scout rifle. As I said, it's just a really cool one. If you want something that's just sick, I mean, it's also good, don't get me wrong. DMT and all them, these weapons are doing actually really well PvP and PvE. But of course, I will say that if you want just a cool weapon, sort of a real Destiny sort of fantasy type weapon, it's legit it. It's an exotic that basically feels like a legendary. That's what makes it so freaking sweet, as I said. It's just, oh, it's such a cool ass freaking weapon. The Prophet, it's not even just this one. There's the long arm and of course the DMT as well. They're all the super, super unique feeling weapons. I kind of forgot to mention as well that this will, of course, be on what's called Stasis. So you will be able to get Head Seeker and everything kind of going on it, too, or Headstone and everything kind of on it too. So if you want to go crystal build and whatnot, it could be really nice. But you can definitely see this is the damage I'm talking about. This is an instrument by 6 when you stun champions and everything. It can absolutely just freaking destroy things. So the precision instrument is about at all for higher end activities. That's like the best way of I would say the best place to kind of put the precision instrument, because realistically, kill clip, it'll be hard to come by, of course. You gotta get kills and whatnot, but you can see the precision instrument can do absolute work against the right sort of enemies and everything. And that's what I'm saying. There is some really, really sweet rolls, and the fact that as soon as you get your first roll, you can start to somewhat farm for this is gonna be really, really nice. Like, this is where I'm talking about the precision instrument again. Just chill here, you keep on shooting. Look at that rapid hit by 5, so I reload really fast, and you keep on getting the hits in. As I said, it is just a really, really sweet weapon altogether. I can just kind of go absolutely ham. Turn your head, buddy. No, turn your head. Okay, he's dead. A couple muchachos in here though, and this is where you're gonna see the beauty of the one taps. I said, taking Scions me just to get the one taps in. Oh my god, this weapon is just, it just feels so beautiful. As I said, I get that precision instrument going, rapid hit kind of going. Oh, I just love it so much. I just like the one tapping that you can do with it. As I said, 120s. The damage is just there, so when you start hitting headshots like this, it's just like legit shooting fish in the barrel or something. I feel like I'm at the fair trying to one tap everything with a freaking like weird ass kind of gun. It's honestly, it's a true fantasy of Destiny 2, and that's why I would definitely be suggesting for people who don't even like trials, it might be worth going in this week to get it. You might want to wait to the adept week as well. That's totally okay. For people who want to kind of guarantee their adept roll of this or whatnot, I mean, it's up to personal preference, but I just think going in this week, getting yourself a roll of this just so you can kind of focus farm whatever you want, it's definitely worth it, because this weapon is, it's so sick. So yeah, when Tex Machina have a freaking weapon out, that is what you want to focus your freaking time into, boys, because you just know it's going to be an absolute banger of a freaking white rifle. As I said, Scout rifle is just really, really dope. I mean, this is where you're going to see the precision instrument kind of going in a lot more, of course, against boss fights. But this is what I was talking about, kind of, it doesn't last too long, so it's not going to be kind of like the cranial spike where you can get that in, like the better accuracy or whatnot. But of course, in longer DPS phases and everything, you're really not going to be using your PvE or your primary weapon really anyway. And also, I just think that overall, it's just really nice for dealing with champs and whatnot, especially because it is Stasis, that it can kind of go in with these Stasis builds, as I said. Really nice perks instead of headstone or everything. And I forgot it actually does have hipfire grip, so if you really want to make this the DMT, you could realistically put that hipfire on this with, of course, maybe even the precision instrument, or maybe you want to just put the explosive payload onto it or whatnot. It's just, it's such a sick ass weapon. So yeah, as I said, 100% going to be worth getting everything for both PvP and PvE. As I said as well, these sorts of weapons are doing a lot of work right now. This is where we got cleaning up though, boys. Look at this. Get all these freaking odds out of here. Just keep getting the one taps. I miss like every shot, but you keep getting these one taps and everything. Look at that. As I said, it's just so satisfying to kind of go in with. As I said, you can no scope too, but it is realistically just so satisfying to keep on one tapping. Oh, I did not know that guy was just there. But it's so satisfying against trolls or whatnot, or against these kind of enemies and everything too. The damage is just definitely going to be on this sort of weapon. So 100%, if you want a good freaking weapon, something that can be meaty but also feel super nice to use, Profits there. As I said, just random RNG drop from Trials, but it's freaking there to try to get your hands on. It's super, super nice. Well, that is it for me, and of course, the Prophet Scout Rifle itself. As I said, this is a Trials weapon you can get. It will be Adept too, so don't think this is its final form. It might get a little bit better, of course, with the Adept mods and whatnot, but the Prophet itself, this is a really, really dope-ass Scout Rifle. As I said, it's Tex Machina, so you know it's gonna hit, guys. They don't freaking miss. Tex Machina never freaking miss. But the weapon feels really, really juicy, as I said. It feels more like the long arm, so I don't think you're going to have a full-on DMT with this sort of weapon, because obviously they got to make the exotics somewhat better or feel a little bit better. But when it comes to how this weapon feels and everything, it still feels really, really good. With the right rolls too, honestly, that kill clip roll could be absolutely nasty. Same with the golden tricorn. It will two-tap. I mean, you can kind of see it there when I had the Well of Radiance and everything going. You start doing 100 damage, which it legit kind of depends on resilience and everything, but you will start to be able to two-tap and everything as a 120. They've always been able to when they had kill clip, but that's why they took it away from a lot of the guns. But the Prophet itself, this thing, it's a really, really dope-ass Scout Rifle. As I said, when you have a precision instrument on it, you can start doing work too. Headstone's going to be great. Hipfire as well, if you wanted to make it like kind of like the DMT without the RPM increase. I just think overall, the Prophet, it's 100% worth going into Trials to try to get your hands on it. As I said, for both PvP and PvE, guys, 100% worth going into Trials. As I said, it's a random drop you can get from Trials first. So you just got to play a bunch of games and everything. You'll eventually get this to drop. And then once it does drop, you will, of course, be able to use your engrams to kind of focus farm for your god rolls and everything. But the Prophet overall, oh, it's such a banger. As I said, Tex Machina, they just don't miss, guys. They just don't freaking miss. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and really see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day. And hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.